Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Emmanuel, I'm an airline pilot, and welcome to our third flight in the day of life of a British Airways short-haul pilot. Today we are going to fly from London Heathrow to Guernsey, and the entire Channel Islands are currently covered in fog and mist, so this is most likely going to become an automatic landing down there. But before we get to think about doing any autolands over in Guernsey, we gotta get out of London Heathrow first of all. So follow me inside of our Airbus A319, and then we can get our flight with a call sign Shuttle 22 Alpha on our way to Guernsey. And here we are. So we're on the ground for half an hour already, and if you recall, on the first flight out of Heathrow we had a TCAS failure. Now the engineers have just spent a little bit of time on that while we've been on the slightly extended turnaround over here, and we can now start to prepare for our next sector. So let's go ahead and import the new flight plan, have a quick look at the significant weather chart, which shows completely clear, but then looking into the actual weather, that's where things are getting interesting. So first of all, let's have a look into our arrival time. So we're expected to be there at 09:13. With that in mind, looking into the weather, we've got Guernsey, currently wind 210 at 3,000 meters, RVR 1,200 meters, and the RVR on runway 27 1,500 meters. Fog in the vicinity, Broome, few clouds in 0 feet, 17 degrees, dew point 17, and the QNH 1022. And if we look at the forecast, we can see it's 100 meters in fog with broken clouds. Prop 40 tempo becoming a little better until 1100, and then between 0700 and 1000 it's becoming no significant weather, few clouds and 3000. So for the time being it's alright. However, well, rather the other way around, for the time being it's really foggy down there, and until 1000 it is going to become a little bit better there, but we'll see what we're going to have by the time we get there. So with that in mind, let's have a look into our flight plan. So if we leave Heathrow on time at 0825, then we are going to be in Guernsey just about on time. Cruising flight level 210 and scrolling all the way down, we need a minimum of 4,300 kilograms fuel. I want to take half an hour extra, so let's make that 5,300, because the fog is supposed to dissipate. So if we get there and for whatever reason we cannot land, remember they do not have a Cat 3 ILS there, it's Cat 1 only, which can be flown up to 550 meters RVR, so should be possible. However, you get the idea. But if the weather is too bad, we can always pick up a holding and wait for the fog to dissipate. So 5,300 kilos it is. Let's go right down into the Phoenix app, and we are going to select 5,300, apply and load, and we are going to use GSX for everything. 110 passengers are planned for the flight, plus a little bit of cargo, and with that we are good to go. Alright, starting our pre-flight, let's go ahead and synchronize all that stuff. We can take an intersection alpha 5 figures here, flaps 180 degrees, performance is no problem at all. And for the landing in Guernsey, that's where things are getting a little more interesting. Right now it looks like the weather has improved a little bit, 3,000 meters visibility towards the southeast, and still fog in the vicinity, still few clouds in 0 feet, which could ruin our day. And then we can have a look at a landing weight of about 58 tons, flaps full, maximum reverse and auto brake medium, and that way we can determine that we can actually land there. And an automatic landing would not be possible anyway, okay. Alright, cool. So that's what we got, we can land. And then for our departure from Heathrow, we got a GOXY departure, which is selected on the chart down here, and then we are basically ready to go over here. Alright, flight plan looks good, so then let's go ahead and start with our FMS, where we got the ATSU, AC menu, flight init, data request, and let's also go ahead and get that stuff here ready. And that's all looking good. So Shuttle 22 Alpha, Heathrow to Guernsey, alternate in Heathrow once again. That's all looking good. Then let's go ahead and request our flight plan in it, and while that's in progress we can start our setup over here. Voice recorder coming on, all that stuff is looking good, and all that stuff is looking good. Then the initial's probably gonna be 6,000, like that. We don't need the LS. So that's all looking good over here, that's all good, that's all good. TCAS above and 2,000. Alright, so then let's go ahead and start with our setup. So we're gonna be the Shuttle 22 Alpha, cost index 20, flight level 210. Our departure from Heathrow is from 27 right, Guernsey to Foxtrot departure. Insert and the arrival for the time being an ILS 27 with the Luna 1 Bravo arrival. Alright, and insert. Now let's go ahead and cross-check our departure. So straight ahead, intercept radial 255 outbound London VOR until 7 DME. And we go straight ahead, 255 to 7 DME, and then we are going to cross 9.3 DME between 3 and 6,000, 13 DME between 4 and 6,000, and then we turn left onto the radial 032 inbound Southampton to cross 32.8 DME above 5,000 and 29.6 DME at 6,000, and then we are going to fly on to Guernsey at 6,000, and that's looking good as well. So, when instructed, contact London control report call sign, SID designator, current and cleared altitude, max 250 below 100 unless otherwise authorized. Warning, no turns below 590 and do not climb above 6,000 until cleared by ATC. So, on-off substitution only because lots of VORs not available. Well, that's fine with me. Alright, and then we got all that nonsense out of the way. Good, so our routing is in and checked. Then let's go for the secondary flight plan, where we got LHRX3. Or is it X4? Yeah, 4. Okay, with a holding 268 inbound right-hand turns, that looks good. And then in immediate return is gonna lead us back to Heathrow. 27 left, no star. Alright, that looks good. Now for our visual depiction of the entire thing. 268 and emergency 4. Here we go. Alright, let's have a look at our load sheet and the initial performance initialization. So there's far too much nonsense here. Yeah, 1 minute, you can figure that out yourself. Okay, so load sheet number 2, Shuttle 22 Alpha, Heathrow Guernsey on the Delta Bravo Charlie Juliet, which is our airplane. Alright, so 110 passengers, portable water full, fuel in tanks 5.3, that looks good. And then we got 52.4. And a CG of 28.8. Alright, 5.2, 5.4, something like that. 3. Okay, average 6 knots headwind. And for the figures, we got 1.5 for the alternate, final 1 and 0.3, that's all good. Alright, and then last but not least, let's take our takeoff data, where we got conv 1 at 80 degrees. And the speeds 40, 40, 44. Okay, and that's all looking good. And if we need to make an immediate return, Heathrow's 27 left will be right on here. Fantastic. With that, we have our setup. Up here everything's looking good. Alright, then let's go ahead and grab our ATIS. Unfortunately, we can't do that via data link today because that is inoperative on this airplane. And unfortunately, I don't know why the Phoenix always detunes frequencies. That's so useless. And the real one does, of course, not do that. So, 1219.35.
Y27 right. Wind 260 at 8. Visibility 10. Sky clear. Temperature 23, dew point 12. QNH 1020. Transition level 70. Bird activity in vicinity of airport. Temporary tower capability may be limited. Expect
nothing happened yet. Looks like GSX crashed.
You have information.
Oh God.
London Heathrow Airport. Information Charlie.
So, ATIS Charlie is on board.
Arriving runway 27 left.
Okay. So let's wait for GSX to restart so that we can order our services. And then delivery is going to be on 121908. Heathrow delivery, shuttle 22 Alpha, information Charlie, request IFR clearance to Guernsey. Okay, fueling is ordered. Boarding as well. But I do already see some delay coming, but at least it's just 110 passengers.
Alpha cleared to Guernsey via the GOG-C2 Foxtrot departure, runway 27 right, initial climb 6000, squawk 2442.
Shuttle 22 Alpha is cleared to Guernsey via the GOG-C2 Foxtrot departure, runway 27 right, climb 6000, squawk 2442.
Shuttle 22 Alpha, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.905 when ready.
121.905 when ready, Shuttle 22 Alpha. Alright, so 27 right, GOG-C2 Foxtrot, 6000 and 2442.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome aboard British Airways Shuttle.
Okay, like that.
Departing from London Heathrow Airport and heading to Guernsey Airport.
Anything here yet?
We kindly ask you to take
No.
your seats as per your boarding pass.
Unbelievable.
Stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you require any assistance, please do not
Well,
hesitate
we'll
to reach
see.
out to any member
We'll
of our
keep an eye on that stuff.
Thank you for choosing to fly with us today, and we hope you have a pleasant journey.
Okay, so let's go for our departure briefing, please. So we are going to depart from London Heathrow's runway 27 right. Our departure is the GOG-C2 Foxtrot departure, initial to 6000, MSA 3000, and extra fuel and time. We got half an hour on top. Alright, now for our departure. We are taxiing runway 27 right, no hotspots during our taxi out, and our stop margin for the RTO is going to be 662 meters. Provided we take the intersection, which is not necessarily set. But okay. In case of an immediate return, 27 left is the active landing runway. Weather is perfect. We are below the max landing weight, so absolutely nothing to worry about. And for our normal departure, we've got no specials. We have nothing non-standard anymore. We'll see about the TCAS. After all, it was Heathrow where the TCAS acted up on the first departure. So if we go airborne and we get a resolution advisory straight away, then we just turn the thing off. Because we know it has to be faulty, because RAs are inhibited below a certain altitude. So we know that that is not going to be the case. Okay, apart from that, yeah, apart from that, we've got nothing non-standard, and threats, none. Okay, that's our departure briefing completed. So, we have our clearance, we have our briefing, we do not have fuel, we do not have passengers. Of course not. And up here, nothing's happening. Like, GSX, what are you telling us? Okay, I tell you what, fuck that shit. Okay, reset all. Import, mass and balance. 5,300. Applied load, instant. And you just get your act together so that we can request our pushback. Thank you. Okay, this is better. This is much better. Refueling is complete. APU is coming on. And then we should have a final load sheet. Oh, we have 3 more load sheets, because why wouldn't we? In the real world, I'm happy if I'm getting 1. Okay, anyway. Let's have a look into what we got now. So, 52.4, that is checked, and 28.3. Okay. So that is good. Then we can accept this load sheet. 28.3, somewhere here, up 0.6. Okay, the takeoff data remains valid. All the stuff is in down here. What else could we be asking for? I would say cockpit preparation checklist. So, gearbox and covers removed, fuel quantity 5,300 kilograms, balanced, seatbelts on, ADRs, nav, and barrel ref QNH 1020. Cockpit preparation checklist complete. Alright, they should be closing the doors any moment now. Currently prepare the airplane, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome aboard British Airways shuttle flight 1344, departing for Guernsey. Our estimated flight time is approximately 35 minutes. Please pay close attention to the upcoming safety demonstration, as it contains important information even for our frequent flyers.
Here we go.
Fasten your seatbelts by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and adjusting the strap.
Okay,
Remember,
fantastic.
your seatbelt must be fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated.
Then let's get our pushback
Your
clearance.
seatbacks and tray tables to the upright position, and ensure your window blinds are open for takeoff.
Heathrow Ground Shuttle 22 Alpha, request pushback and startup.
Laptops and larger devices should be securely stowed during takeoff and landing. Smoking and the use of e-cigarettes are prohibited.
Shuttle 22 Alpha, push and start approved,
including
face
the
east.
laptops. Oxygen.
Push and start approved, face east, Shuttle 22 Alpha.
Hold the mask firmly. Place it over your nose and
Okay, before start checklist.
secure your own mask before assisting others. Life
So,
vests
park and
are
brake,
treated
set,
over your
takeoff
seat.
speeds and thrust, V1 140, VR 140, V2 144, flex 80, windows,
Inflate it only after
closed,
leaving the aircraft.
beacon on, before start checklist
Special life vests
complete.
for children are available.
Okay, ground from
Floor level
cockpit.
lighting will guide you to
Pushback
the
and startup
exits.
approved,
Just
facing east, and the park and brake is set.
2 at the rear of the aircraft. The nearest exit may be
Roger, facing east, release the park and brake, please.
Please leave all personal belongings behind.
Park and brake released.
If any
Okay, starting the
electronic
pushback, and you are clear to start the engines at your discretion.
right away.
Thank you,
Safety
we'll
information
commence
card
engine 1.
contains all details. Thank you for your attention, and we wish you a pleasant flight.
Okay. Let's wait until we're in the turn here, no need to waste any fuel. Engine 1 start. Nah. That might have been expensive there. Pushback completed, set park and brake. Park and brake set. Okay, and here's a good start on engine 2. Alright, so single engine taxi out guideline, engine 1 start, cross bleed open, air cross bleed open. Apply the after start normal procedure, but the APU can be kept running. In that case, switch the APU bleed off. And here we go. And we only need 1 pack really for that taxi out. Alright. Cool. So there's a strange looking tug. There's a ramp agent and a bypass pin. Cool. After start checklist. Anti-ice, off, ecom status. What do we have there? Everything engine 2 related. That is fine. Alright, tell you what, we'll do the rest of the checklist once the engine is started. Shuttle 2 to Alpha, request taxi.
Shuttle 2 to Alpha, you are on the clearance frequency. Contact ground on 121.905 for taxi instructions.
121.905, Shuttle 2 to Alpha. So why did he give me pushback then? Heathrow ground, Shuttle 2 to Alpha, request taxi.
Shuttle 22 Alpha, runway 27 right, taxi via Yankee Alpha, Alpha 2.
Runway 27 right, taxi via Yankee Alpha, Alpha 2, Shuttle 2 to Alpha. Alright, we're clear on the left side, and we're clear on the right side. The taxi is pretty much straight out. Alright. Brake released. Let's go. And the elec hydraulic pump is of course gonna come on. So, brake check. Pressure 0. So, Alpha's next left. And the right side is clear. The left side is clear.
Egypt Air 784, push and start approved.
Cleared push and start. Egypt Air 784.
United 905 ready to taxi.
United 905, runway 27 right, taxi via Kilo Bravo, Lima Alpha, Alpha 2.
Runway 27 right, taxi via Kilo Bravo, Lima Alpha, Alpha 2.
Alright, we'll take this one as an apron, so we'll keep the speed at around 15 knots over here. And then we'll continue straight on Alpha, which is going to be the second taxiway on the right after our...
139, a request push and start clearance.
After we leave the apron.
139, pushback approved, no conflicting traffic.
Well, I would hope that there is no conflicting traffic if he approves the pushback. I wonder how much runtime British Airways saves on the engines by doing single engine taxi like most of the time. But I bet that it's gotta be a shitload of runtime.
Hold short of runway 27 left, Qatari 120.
Lufthansa 90 uniform contact tower on 124.48.
Tower Lufthansa 90 uniform.
Alright, the left side is clear, and so is the right side. So there are a couple of aircraft before us, but I think those will probably have departed by the time we get there. Hello, Emmanuel here.
Each Air 784 ready
Thank
to
you.
taxi.
Egypt Air 784, runway 27 right taxi via Kilo, Bravo, Link 28, Alpha, Link Alpha 2.
Runway
Alright,
27
so
right,
the engines
taxi
have been
via
shut
Kilo,
down for
Bravo.
less than 2 hours,
Link 28.
so a cool-up time of only
Link Alpha 2,
2
Egypt
minutes
Air
is going to be
784.
sufficient. So we'll start the second engine by the time we get almost to the holding point. Engine start is going to take a minute, plus 2 more for the warm-up, so engine start 3 minutes prior to takeoff is going to be absolutely sufficient.
Speedbird 746, give way to the United 777 on your right.
See at least 2 aircraft in front of us over there.
Speedbird 746.
Delta 59er ready for push and start.
Delta 59er, push and start approved.
Cleared push and start.
3
Delta
aircraft,
59er.
4.
Speedbird 139
Oh, yeah.
ready to taxi.
We can save a lot of fuel by just using one engine for now.
Speedbird 139er, runway 27 right taxi via Charlie, Bravo, Link 11, Alpha, Alpha 2.
Runway 27 right taxi via Charlie, Bravo, Link 11, Alpha, Alpha 2, Speedbird 139er.
So let's see if we can get in line behind the company 350, so that we don't have to wait for the 320 as well. Right, Delta A350 taking off there.
United 905, contact tower on 124.
With all those aircraft in front of us, we're definitely not in a rush. And we're definitely in front of the company there. Okay, then I'd say we can
Push and start.
stay on that one engine for quite another while with so many aircraft in front of us.
Push and start approved. VG 185.
One is lining up right now.
Logan 82 Whiskey Romeo boarding complete. Request pushback.
Logan 82 Whiskey Romeo, pushback approved.
Push and start approved. Logan 82.
I like how you can
Whiskey
see
Romeo.
how the single-engine taxi does save you
746, contact tower on
quite a bit of fuel there.
12448.
We've now used 100 kilos fuel,
Tower, Speedbird 746.
and except for the 2 times we had to accelerate a little bit, our engine remained in idle for like most of the time there.
864 boarding complete. Request pushback.
Speedbird 864, pushback approved.
Okay, so I see one more aircraft in front of the one that we're following.
305, contact tower on 124.48.
124.48 for tower. Singapore 305.
Delta 59er ready to taxi.
Delta 59er, runway 27 right taxi.
So
via
12448
Bravo,
is
Link 11,
pre-selected.
Runway 27
So there's
taxi,
United,
Bravo,
there was a
Link 11,
Singapore
Alpha, Alpha 2,
somewhere there as well. I think that's the 777 on the right there.
American 87, push and start approved.
Pushback start approved. American 87.
Man, single engine taxi or not, I am rather happy that we took extra fuel today.
124.48.
Because you can see how busy it is right now. Looks like we hit the peak
Tower,
period.
185 Victor.
Now imagine taxiing on a 747 with a delay like this. Like how many tons of fuel would you probably use? 1.5? 2 tons? That's like our complete trip fuel for today's flight. Okay, there is at least one more aircraft in front of us, so now there's 3 aircraft ahead of us, plus the Singapore that's standing there on the right hand side. And apparently getting a line as well now. So 4 aircraft ahead of us.
Speedbird 139er, give way to the A330 on your right.
Giving way to the A330, Speedbird 139er.
And another one coming from the right, but that shall not be our problem. Yep, you see why single engine taxi is such a good idea over here. So now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 5 aircraft still ahead of us. I mean, with the mediums that's not going to be much of a problem. Then he's hopefully going to make the wide bodies depart one after the other.
Logan 82 Whiskey Romeo, runway 27 right taxi via Lima, Bravo, Link.
So that he gets rid of the wide bodies quickly enough.
Runway 27 right taxi via Lima, Bravo, Link 28.
So we do have another company message there.
Whiskey Romeo.
So, shuttle ops. 13 minutes delay. Why? What for?
American 87, runway 27 right taxi via Golf, Foxtrot, Bravo, Link 11.
Schedule
Alpha,
should
Alpha
be 8:45, so should have been on time. Even a couple of minutes early after the longer turnaround.
11 Alpha, Alpha 2 American 87.
Qatari 120, cross runway 27 left.
Alright. So there's a Virgin, there's a Singapore, and then the A350. And possibly the A320 on the right there. So I'd say once the Singapore is taking off, or the Virgin, looks like Singapore is going in front of the Virgin, okay. So once the Virgin is departing,
124.48 for tower, Speedbird 466.
basically when there's another 2 aircraft ahead of us, that's when we are going to start the second engine. And there is an A380 coming there as well. Nice.
Speedbird 5 Echo Alpha cleared for push and start.
So the parking brake is set.
Push and start approved. Speedbird 5 Echo Alpha.
I have a feeling we're gonna have a little time here. Imagine being one of those guys. That's why slots are such a popular tool in the real world. It's much better to spend that time at the gate. Alright, the 777 is departing.
Logan 82 Whiskey Romeo, give way to the Qatari 777.
We'll give way to the Qatari 777, Logan 82 Whiskey Romeo.
Looks like they're making some people overtake there.
Etihad 81 Charlie contact tower on 124.48.
To tower.
What is that?
Charlie.
Egypt Air, okay. I have a feeling of all the other aircraft that are around us here, we are definitely going to have the shortest flight, probably going to be back home, by the time that most of the others are even going to land.
Speedbird 328 ready to taxi.
Speedbird 328, runway 27 right taxi via Charlie Bravo, Link 28 Alpha, Link Alpha 2.
Alright, so let's see what's going to happen up next. The British Airways over there is departing.
Alpha 2 Speedbird 328.
So come on, let the Virgin depart up next. could have sworn I saw some movement, but looks like that was wishful thinking. Yep, there he goes.
Speedbird 5 Echo Alpha ready to taxi.
Alright.
Speedbird 5 Echo Alpha, runway 27 right taxi via Delta, Bravo, Link 28, Alpha, Link Alpha 2.
Runway 27 right taxi via Delta.
So then I
Bravo,
guess
Link
it's
28,
Virgin,
Alpha, Link
Etihad,
Alpha 2,
then the
Speedbird 5
A350 in
Echo
front, and then probably our
Speedbird
turn.
65 request pushback.
Speedbird 65 cleared for push and start.
Pushback and start approved. Speedbird 65.
Speedbird 7 contact tower on 124.48.
Speedbird 7.
124.48.
Is that New York?
Speedbird 7.
Shuttle 22 Alpha, contact tower on 124.48. Safe flight.
124.48, shuttle 22 Alpha, bye bye. Okay, so departure. They didn't actually tell us. What does the chart say? 34125. Like that.
Etihad 81 Charlie holding short of 27 right, ready to go.
Yeah, sounds like Etihad is next.
Etihad 81 Charlie, winds 250 at 9er, runway 27 right.
Couple more aircraft over there.
Cleared for takeoff. 27
Well, that's
right,
interesting.
Etihad 81 Charlie.
Are the Etihad and the British both lining up? Whoopsie. No, he's stopping. Okay. Okay then, let's go ahead and start engine number 2. So, APU bleed is available, so that's gonna be APU bleed on, engine 2 thrust lever idle, engine mode selector ignition start, and engine 2 start.
Virgin 185 Victor, when ready, contact departure.
Okay, switching to departure, Virgin 185 Victor. Tower Speedbird 7 short of 27 right, ready.
Speedbird 7, winds 250 at 9er, runway 27 right, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared takeoff, 27 right, Speedbird 7.
Alright, that's the A350. And then we have 2 good starts. So, crossbleed, auto. Then APU as required. Off.
Etihad 81 Charlie, contact departure. Good day.
Okay, switching to departure, Etihad 81 Charlie.
And the parking brake is set again. Okay, so let's see about the ecam status now. Only the pack, that's good. After start checklist. Engine RTO is off. Ecam status check. Pitch trim 28%. Radar trim neutral. After start checklist complete. Heathrow Tower Shuttle 22 Alpha ready for departure.
Shuttle 22 Alpha, Heathrow Tower, runway 27 right, hold short. You're number 2 behind the A350.
Okay, behind the A350, I like that. Okay, so, flight control track. Full up. Full down.
Clear takeoff 27 right.
Neutral.
784.
Full left. Full right. Neutral. Rudder. Full left. Full right. And neutral. Okay. So, taxi checklist. Flight controls, checked. Flap setting, config 1+F. Radar and predictive wind shear, on and auto. Enter mode selector, norm, eco memo, takeoff, no blue. Taxi checklist complete. Alright, Egypt Air is departing in front of us as well.
Speedbird 7, contact departure. Good day.
Okay, so looks like the line is behind us now. Well, one more cutter and one more lawnmower over there.
Shuttle 6 Alpha, wind 260 at 8, cleared to land, runway 27 left.
Alright, there goes the Egypter.
Shuttle 22 Alpha, runway 27 right, line up and wait.
Shuttle 22 Alpha, 27 right, line up and wait. Cabin crew, prepare for departure. Line up checklist. Takeoff runway, 27 right, full length, TCAS, TARA, PAX 1 and 2, off, lineup checklist complete. And we have the 2 minutes warm-up time.
Approaching 27 right.
That's intentional.
Shuttle 22 Alpha, runway 27 right, winds 260 at 10, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 27 right, clear for takeoff, shuttle 22 Alpha. Okay, ready for rock and roll?
Filling 3 Golf Golf, short of
Take
runway
off.
7 left.
27L, holding short, ruling 3 Golf Golf.
So, the timing. Manflex 80, SRS, runway auto thrust blue. Thrust set. .100 knots, checked. P1, rotate. Positive climb. Gear up. Nav, checked.
Filling 3 Golf Golf, hold short of runway 27 left.
27L, holding short, ruling 3 Golf Golf.
Autopilot 1.
2 Alpha, contact Heathrow radar on 125.625.
125625, shuttle 22 Alpha. Bye bye.
Tower Qatari 120, short of 27 right, ready.
Thrust line, climb, auto thrust. Heathrow radar, shuttle 22 Alpha, passing 1,900, climbing 6,000 on the Guernsey 2 Foxtrot. Flaps 0. Speed check.
Shuttle 22 Alpha, Heathrow radar identified, climb 6,000 direct D255 Golf.
6,000 on the sits, shuttle 22 Alpha. Alright. So, acceleration flow pattern, flaps up, spoilers retracted, gear up, and packs on. Speed, vertical speed. Approaching. Vertical speed 2000, and we have 2000 to go. Okay, so let's see how bad the damage is. 0938. And the schedule would have been 0945. Okay, easy. So the scheduled flight time probably already took care of an expected delay like this. I mean, they know Heathrow, so they know how many departures they have at what time. 1000 to go. Checked.
Shuttle 22 Alpha, climb flight level 140.
I'm on flight level 140, shuttle 22 Alpha. First climb 14,000 blue. Checked. Why do we get a speed brake indication there? Oh. Just retracted it again. Looks like the lever is doing some strange stuff here. So it's done that. It's done a cross check, passing flight level 62. Now. Checked. Alright. I really have to say the traffic flow has improved a lot with Say Intentions AI. Now, that departure sequence was actually pretty good and efficient. They've done a good job on that. Would be nice if we had a couple more associated radio calls, like a couple more lineup clearances and that type of stuff, because after all, the radios didn't sound 100% convincing yet, but they've gotten a lot better over the recent time. And I wouldn't be surprised if by the time that this video actually releases to the public, they would even have improved the radio calls there as well. Okay, passing 100. And you can start the acceleration, please. No? Managed, 285. Here we go. That took a while.
Dear guests, we are pleased
so, I think we can release our passengers.
now permitted in flight mode. Our cabin service will begin shortly.
Constraints don't matter any longer.
And enjoy the flight with British Airways. Thank you for choosing to fly with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ian McRae, your purser speaking. I'm pleased to inform you that the fasten seatbelt sign has been turned on, and you are now free to move about the cabin. Please do so with care, and feel free to approach...
Okay, so level 210 and the optimums and maximums are a lot higher, so everything's easy there. Approaching.
Departure,
Speed, vertical speed.
For 4,000.
Vigi 185, London Control, climb and maintain flight level 120.
It's London.
Out of 2,000 for flight level 120, Vigi 185.
No easy continuous climbs over here, huh? I mean, there's other airports for that. Heathrow, not one of them. 1,000 to go. Checked. Alright, let's ask the important question. How's the weather doing?
Shuttle 22 Alpha, climb flight level 210.
Climb flight level 210, shuttle 22 Alpha. First climb flight level 210 blue. So let's see, Guernsey request. Let's see what we're gonna get for that weather. So it's now 180 at 8, 10 kilometers visibility, few clouds in 100, 22 degrees, 1022. Yeah, too bad. Most of the bad weather is already... Most of the fog has already dissipated. I guess we should have flown to Guernsey as first leg of the day instead of Manchester. But then again, that's not up for us to decide. So yeah, if the weather is better now, then that's even better, because we are forced to do a manual landing there, as the field is not equipped with a Category 3 or Category 2 ILS, but only Cat 1. Alright, so let's see what this stuff looks like. Top of descent in 80 miles. That seems about fine. Alright, we are going right in between the middle of all the clouds, so we do not need anti-ice for this. And let's see if we can find some arrival charts. So the Luna 1 Bravo is literally just leading us to Guernsey VOR. And then from there we have an ILS.
London control on 133.08.
133.08, shuttle 22 Alpha, see ya. London, good morning, shuttle 22 Alpha, passing level 180, climbing level 210.
Shuttle 22 Alpha, London control identified. Good morning.
Alright. Speed, vertical speed, approaching. So I'm assuming we'll probably fly radar vectors here. Well, we'll insert the shortcut and everything once we're in cruise flight. Don't want to go heads down while we're about to level off at our cruising level.
London control, Delta 33, flight level 180, climbing flight level 200.
Vertical speed 1000. And 1000 to go.
Delta 33 identified.
So, quite a short runway, 1583 meters.
Shamrock 7, good morning.
The Asus is only available on the VOR 109.4.
Easy 51, contact Paris control on 135.55.
Too bad the Say Intentions doesn't support that yet.
Control 135.55, good morning, Easy 51.
In the real world that happens at quite a couple airports, especially in the UK, that they primarily have the Asus available co-located with the VOR frequency. So then, instead of listening to the Asus on the VHF radio, you would just take the VOR, put that active, and then you could listen to the Asus down there. Hold stop.
London control identified. Lufthansa 3, reduce speed to 280.
Alright, and here we are.
United 905, climb flight level 280.
Alt cruise. So, check us below.
Iberia 07.
You can start doing your stuff, we do our stuff.
Report level. Leaving flight level 300 for flight level 320, Iberia 07.
So, if we just fly Luna to the center fix, what are we gonna get?
Out of flight level 220 for flight level 240, Delta 30.
Dear guests, we are now cruising comfortably, and our cabin crew will begin the snack and beverage service shortly.
Oh god, what do I know which one of these that is?
Some sandwiches and refreshing drinks from the British Airways menu. After the service, we will also have selected items from the British Airways shop available. Thank you for flying with us today. We hope you enjoy your time.
Flight level 180.
So, Luna, flight level 154. Why don't we see the secondary here? Interesting. Right, here it is. So that's basically the new routing.
Easy 25, descend
But
to flight level 180.
no, that's the wrong direction. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's down to me.
Easy 25. Delta 3,
Let's do it that way.
maintain Mach decimal 82.
So Luna, onto the final. That looks correct now. And then it wants to cross Luna at flight level 77.
London control, Speedbird
Okay.
7 with you out of flight level 160 for flight level 200.
Speedbird 7, roger.
Alright, and here we go.
Continue climb to flight level 320.
Top of descent in a couple of miles. Alright.
London Control, Delta
That's all
22,
kinda expected.
checking in at flight level 340.
Looking good.
Delta 229 identified.
Well, let's see if low works. Actually, it doesn't recalculate that on ground. Alright, medium.
Delta 33, climb to flight level 280. Report level soar.
Okay, so
280, Delta
descending at Fox 5.1 miles, 2,000 feet.
Iberia 07, contact breast control on 124.065.
Got the Fox in 2000, 3-degree glide slope. And the go around straight at 2.5, right turn. Back to the VOR at 3000. Alright, that's all looking good.
Cleared Lelna 1 Bravo into Guernsey. When you're ready, descend. Flight level 150.
Good, Lelna 1 Bravo arrival when ready, descend flight level 150, shuttle 22 Alpha. Okay, and I guess we are basically ready now. Descend all flight level 150 blue. Enter destination data, yeah, we're on it. So Guernsey VOR over there, then we'll take Guernsey's runway 27 over here.
10 o'clock, 15 miles, a turboprop, crossing right to left at flight level 210. United 905, climb to flight level 320.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've begun our...
So expect gate 1.
Please return to your seats and store your tables.
And for the weather it's 180 at 4.
Thank you for your cooperation as we prepare
Temperature of 22 and the QNH 1022. We're definitely going to use config full for this one due to the short runway. And then we got a minimum at 536.
Shuttle 22 Alpha, descend flight level 150.
Shuttle 22 Alpha descending flight level 150. That's what we're doing anyway.
Bird 7, climb to flight level 240, report level town.
Alright, 1500 is the MSA. We'll use that for the engine out. Fuel prediction 32 minutes extra. Secondary is going to, yeah, become copy of the active again.
Delta 33, climb to flight level 320.
Alright.
Level.
So with that everything is set up, then let's go ahead and go right for the approach briefing.
Traffic 2 o'clock, 10 miles.
So Lona
an Airbus 320 at
1 Bravo arrival, or Lona 2 Bravo arrival, ILS approach runway 27, MSA 1500 feet, minimums 536, and yeah, the low clouds are still present, but we'll talk about that in a moment. Extra fuel on time, we have half an hour on top. Now, for our arrival, we will be flying with flight director guidance all the way down on the final, flaps full, auto brake medium, maximum reverse, and vacate the runway at the end to the left hand side. Stop margin about 100 meters, and that means we are not going to extend the flare unnecessarily, we'll just put it down and that's it. Now for our taxi in, it's gate number 1, all standard stuff, nothing special here. Specials, that's gonna be the weather, and for that, currently they are reporting few clouds at low altitude, so
Alpha, contact Guernsey approach on 128.655.
128.655 shuttle 22 Alpha. Going the approach shuttle 22 Alpha, level 164, descending 150, inbound Lerna. $1,000 to go.
2 Alpha, Guernsey approach identified. Good morning, clear GUR transition. Expect the ILS runway 27 approach into Guernsey. And confirm you have information Foxtrot.
We'll expect the ILS runway 27 via Guernsey VOR, and we'll check information Foxtrot shuttle 22 Alpha. Alright, seatbelts on. Shuttle 22 Alpha, request further descent.
Gentlemen,
Speed on star.
the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign, so we kindly ask you to return to your
Shuttle
seats.
22 Alpha, descent 10725.
Thank you for your cooperation.
What?
Please let us know if you need any assistance.
Throttle 22 Alpha, any chance to proceed direct to a 10-mile final? So selected speed, something low.
Shuttle 22 Alpha, negative. Fly the GUR, transition to the ILS, runway 27 approach.
Roger. Well, that's a pity. Could have made up some time there. Okay, so they really wanted to proceed to Guernsey and then fly procedure turn. That's unbelievable. Do they not have radar here?
Shuttle 22 Alpha, descend, flight level 100.
Descend flight level 100, Shuttle 22 Alpha. Thruster, open descent, alt flight level 100 blue. I have a minimum radar altitude chart. Well, if they have that, then they're also gonna have radar. Well, let's ask him again once we are past Lona.
Shuttle 22 Alpha, descend flight level 090.
Shuttle 22 Alpha, descend flight level 90. Flight level 90 blue.
London Control, good morning, Scandinavian 38 Mike 1000.
Or the problem could be that guy up front.
38 Mike, London Control identified.
But he seems to be opposite. So he's probably not the problem either. Okay, we'll find out. So, here's the rest of our fog. Okay. By the way, did you have any questions on the briefing? No, you're just disassembling your hand with that table, okay. That's good enough for me as well. I just gotta love this. Just really gotta love this. I mean, Hughes did a fantastic job with the airplane, so... I'm gonna give him that. Okay, now... Where's the other airplane? 5 miles off, okay. Then we are separated. Good. Shuttle 22 Alpha, any chance to proceed direct Charlie India 27? Maybe he didn't like the word 10-mile final beforehand, because that's effectively what the CI is.
Alpha negative, fly the GUR, transition to the ILS, runway 27 approach.
Okay, he insists on it. Then there's nothing we can do. Alright, so then we have an ETA at 40... 18 minutes! Damn!
Shuttle 22 Alpha, descend flight level 070.
Descend flight level 70, Shuttle 22 Alpha.
London Control, good morning, KLM
Well, yeah, then...
Victor 1000.
That is not an invalid delete.
KLM 30 Victor, London Control identified.
Here you go, so now we are probably like, yeah, 10,000 low.
120.755.
120.755.
Speed, vertical speed.
30 Victor, thanks.
There is one more chance for us to get a shortcut. That would be a visual approach, but I somehow don't see that happen either.
London Control, Vueling 317 Alpha, 1000. Vueling 317 Alpha, London Control identified. Good morning. Vueling 317 Alpha, contact Dublin Center on 120.755. 120.755 for Vueling 317 Alpha. Good day.
London Control, good morning, KLM 30 Victor 4000.
KLM 30 Victor, London Control identified. Continue.
London Control, Easy 45 Victor X-ray 1000.
Easy 45, Victor X-ray, London Control identified.
Okay. Well, probably not much we can do at this time.
5 Tango Papa 1000.
Oh, look at that. There are vessels in the English Channel.
Tango Papa, London Control identified. Shuttle 22 Alpha, descend altitude 2,000 feet, cleared for the ILS runway 27, approach via GUR, QNH 1022.
Descend 2000, cleared ILS 27 via Guernsey BUR and QNH 1022, shuttle 22 Alpha. Okay, set 2000 check, set QNH. QNH 1022 cross check, passing 10,860 now. Well, now.
London Control, Viewlink 317.
Okay.
3000.
So we're actually gonna have to fly that whole procedure turn.
Identified. Proceed on course.
So be it. Can't say that I'm a huge fan, but what can we do, huh? I did expect this approach to be special, even though for different reasons. Alright, so cabin is already prepared. Cabin crew, prepare for landing. So it's literally just to Guernsey VOR, and then from there, the whole thing. Okay. Okay.
London Control, Gulf Air 2 1000.
So, one danger area on the north
Control
there,
identified. Proceed on course.
but there is no minimum altitude published. Interesting.
120.755.
On to 120.755, Gulf Air 2, good day.
Okay.
Gulf Air 2 4000.
I can't see anything relating to this.
Gulf Air 2, London
Gonna
Control
cross the
identified.
VOR at or above 2000. Well, then we're gonna do that. Okay. Good. So be it. There's the island. I think that's the airport. But I cannot really guarantee for being visual all the time either, because at some point we might be descending into the fog.
Proceed on course.
So yeah, for the time being we'll just continue standard then.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are
Alright.
beginning our final approach into
Right,
Guernsey.
signed,
Please turn off all electronic
EFIS.
devices and stow them until we have arrived at the gate. Kindly put your tray tables away. Ensure your
And GPS primary high accuracy, mode select the norm, and that's it. Approach checklist
The
please.
weather in Guernsey is currently quite pleasant, with visibility at 10 miles and a temperature
So,
of 20 Celsius.
Power ref, QNH 1022, seatbelts on, minimum, is Barrow 536, auto brake, low, medium, and engine mode selector, norm. Approach checklist complete.
On to 120.755, speedbird 58.
Alright, so we're about to cross Brill, from there we're gonna turn direct to the station, and then do all the standard stuff. We're now like 5,000 below the optimum profile. Does that optimum seem right? How many track miles does it calculate? 44, yeah, that does seem right. Okay.
Speedbird 584, 4000.
Arrival time now 39, schedule is 45,
Control identified. Good
so
morning.
that's all easy. There's a company message there. Ops, delay for 13 minutes. Huh. Gonna blame that on the maintenance. Yeah, call it new defect, END. That seems to be the best one we have. Alright. So, they got the defect report. Other than that, company message. Shuttle ops, ATC received. Thank you. And there's the field. Well, now we could fly visual. Basically over there and then onto the final. But they said they want us on the standard procedure 3 times. Let's give them that. Let's not annoy them any longer. Alright, the danger area has got to be somewhere here. Yeah, right on the tip of the island here. Let's see, is there something military or so going on? I mean, to me this just looks like a standard beach. Hi, it's Emmanuel.
The cabin is now secure for landing.
Thank you. I mean, yeah, the terrain here does look a little different than the terrain on the rest of the island. But other than that, I cannot really find anything out of the ordinary down there. I mean, it doesn't specifically look military or something, does it? Normally you can tell if something's military because either it's one of those places where they do training with their troops, and those are very easy to see from the sky. That's a nice picture here. And some very nice terrain down there. Yep, I like this one. Alright, let's go ahead and pretend we are doing some more work. Should be catching the profile soon. Managed at this point, still 278, okay. Then we're definitely going to stay in selected for the time being. Here's the decel point, that looks fine with me. Then we're going to maintain the high speed until there. Ooh, hello. That's not exactly a small vessel.
Shuttle 22 Alpha, contact Guernsey Tower on 119.955 when established.
119.955. Shuttle 22 Alpha, bye-bye. Guernsey Tower, Shuttle 22 Alpha on the ILS 27.
Shuttle 22 Alpha, Guernsey Tower, roger, continue approach runway 27.
Continue approach runway 27, Shuttle 22 Alpha. Thrust idle, open descent. Managed speed. I don't really believe it that we would be high. Because we got at least, 5 miles, 5 miles, 8 miles, or 18 miles. We're in, that altitude is completely fine. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and have a little bit of fun. All manual. Too bad, I kind of hoped the weather could have stayed bad for a bit longer, but looking at it, the wind is coming from the south. Here is all the fog. It's literally just moved off the island. That's really a shame. But so be it. So I've basically leveled off over here because I want that speed to come back. Then let's do the full 30-degree bank. We are now 13 miles out. Will be another 2 miles until we start turning back inbound, so our altitude is completely fine here. We did already complete the approach checklist, and everything else is done. Okay. I'm ignoring the flight director there. For some reason it seems to be continuously expanding that turn. Yep. And that's the glide slope alive. Interestingly enough, the turn seems to constantly look different when you compare it with the way the turn looked on the outbound leg and the way that the turn looks now.
Alien 680, holding short of 27, ready for departure.
Airline 680, winds 19.
Alright, flaps 1.
Runway 27.
Speed check, flaps 1. And we are cleared for the approach.
Clear takeoff 27, Alien 680.
Cat 1, glide slope, localizer blue. Block star. Okay, speed brakes coming out. I'm wondering, is this the first time that we've flown a procedure turn in an airline on this channel? So, gear down. Glide slope star. Current altitude 3000 set. I think he just cleared that A-line for takeoff. Glide slope. 10 miles out, then we don't need the speed brake anymore. Alright, nice 10 knot tailwind, headwind. The DME.
Shuttle 22 Alpha, after the departing airline, ATR 72.
Flaps 2.
27, winds 190 at 5, cleared to land.
Runway 27, clear to land. Shuttle 22 Alpha.
Alien 680, contact departure, safe travels.
Okay, switching to departure, Alien 680.
Alright, you can see the A319 has its problems losing the speed. That's why I went gear down so early. And then started extending the flaps and everything early again as well. Now it's nicely reducing though. And look at that, here's the clouds that we've been talking about. Flaps 3. Speed check, flaps 3. That should give it a little bit more drag. The goal is basically to keep the engines in idle for as long as possible on the approach. Flaps 4. Speed check, flaps 4. Landing checklist, ECA memo, landing no blue, landing checklist complete. Field elevation is roughly 300 feet, so we're stabilized in 1400. Could probably have gone for the flaps a tad later, but I think this looks pretty good now. So, Guernsey, another airport that we've never landed before on this channel. We did depart once though with the ATR bound for London City. So there's the field straight up front. Oh, that looks neat as well, doesn't it?
Approaching 27.
Let's check.
1,500 meters available.
Alright, we are clear to land. The runway may look a little strange on short final because of its dimensions. Very short runway. Land. And it's not very long, so we are going to put the airplane down on the markers. Continue. We're on the puppies.
100. 70, 40, 30, 20, retard.
Speed brake. Spoilers. Reverse green. Decel.
600 meters remaining.
70 knots. Manual brakes.
Auto brake off.
Nice. And here we are.
300.
So yeah, that was a typical case of just put the airplane down.
Brake. Max braking. Max braking. Brake.
Okay, you can have it.
Exit Delta if able, contact ground on 121.805.
Max reverse.
Meters
No.
remaining.
Say again.
Shuttle 22 Alpha, exit at Delta if able, contact ground on 121.805.
The famous Guernsey cow.
121.805, shuttle 22 Alpha, see ya.
British Airways. Please remain seated until we reach our final parking position. On behalf of your flight crew, thank you for flying with British Airways. The local time is 10:41 in the morning.
Guernsey ground, good morning, shuttle 22 Alpha. Alright, and here we are.
Shuttle 22 Alpha, Guernsey ground, good morning.
And shuttle 22 Alpha, we're parking on stand 1 today. He doesn't seem to care, huh? Alright, well, in that case... So, the APU is coming. The ramp is pretty tight over here. I'm gonna keep both engines running just to make it a bit easier. So, here's number 1. Lights off. After landing checklist, radar predictive wind shear off. After landing checklist complete. You put that away, please. Alright, this is good enough for me. So, brake set. APU bleed. Alright. Cabin crew, all doors in park. So, here we are. Sector number 3 is completed. Well, let's wait for the engines to run down. That's looking good.
Copy, Captain. Starting deboarding now. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now parked at the gate.
22 degrees. Yeah, I'm gonna turn the APU off for a bit, but we'll probably have to turn it back on again rather soon. But noise and stuff, so just be careful there. Okay. Parking checklist. Electrical. Sorry, that's a 737. Parking checklist. Parking brake trucks. Brakes off. Engines off. Wing light off. Fuel pumps off. Parking checklist complete. Okay, cool. Here we are. So you're gonna go for deboarding, please. Ooh, 737 freighter. Interesting. Well, no. I'm not gonna use those. But definitely gonna use those over here. So you, and you. And with that, let's go ahead and shut that thing down. So 2000 in standby, the fuel is looking good, 1900 used, 3360 on board. Looks okay, and then we are ready to go. So guys, that's what I can offer you for now. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Unfortunately, the flight didn't quite end the way that I hoped it would end, aka with low visibility and all that kind of stuff. Because, well, it cleared up by the time we got here. Next time that's hopefully gonna turn out better, but then again, I do always record these videos all in one go, so I don't quite know what is gonna happen at the end of the video when I start the intro of the video. Nonetheless, I do hope that you've all enjoyed this one. Leave your feedback in the comments underneath the video. As always, like, comment and subscribe, and if you really love what I'm doing on this channel, I would appreciate a small donation through the Buy Me a Coffee link in the video description below. Thank you very much for watching, and then I'm looking forward to see you all again on the next one.